Hey, what up guys, so we're going to be doing the first video in our new series on the channel, which is called X11 Reviews. It's a monthly review show on the channel where I review a random game from my selection of games. So, today we'll be checking out and reviewing the Sims 3 base game. Why make a review of a game 4 years after it's released? Because I'm weird and bored, so deal with it. So, when you load up the game, you're presented with the loader. This is a standalone program that lets you manage updates and patches and expansions and DLC for the games. It's pretty decent, gives a nice way to manage all the expansions and custom content from the store, and the exchange, not what The Sims do, which is slightly annoying. So, when you click the nice big arrow for play, you're presented with the usual EA and Maxis logos. Following that, you're presented with a content ideable video of some stuff you can do in The Sims 3, although not all of it you can actually do in the game, which is slightly annoying. Then a loading screen, which brings my first complaint of the game. It takes too damn long to load the game. Skyrim loads in less time, and it's even more impressive graphically. However, once it does load, you're presented with a screen for loading up your previously saved games and towns, starting a new town, signing into the optional but highly recommended Sims account or Origin account with a different name, as I like to call it, and changing some of the in-game options. I highly recommend signing in the account, as it does give you the ability to get 1000 Sims points for free if you register the game. It also shuts the game up about it, so that's useful too. To create a new game, you have to select the town. With the game, you get a town called Sunset Valley, and the ability to download one for free, called Riverview. You can also purchase a few towns using Sim points, and you generally get one with all the expansion packs. When you load into the town, you load it up into Town Editing View, which you can use to start customizing your town or get started working on your Sims. I generally start with my Sims, then work on the town, so let's go with that. If you're familiar with Kaz from the second game, then you'll be delightfully surprised, as this Kaz in The Sims 3 is pretty similar, although much nicer. On the first screen, you'll choose your Sim's name, first and last, your skin tone, which includes an RGB slayer as well as a bunch of shades in various colors such as blue or green, your Sim's age, gender, muscle definition and size, your Sim's fatness, and breast size if it's a girl. And yes, there's a Lara Croft option. On the next screen, you get options for hair, specifically your hairstyle, elbow style, beard, and the new inclusion chest hair. Also new in this screen is the ability to give Sims custom hair colors such as blue, red, etc. and even control over roots, highlights, and tips, which is a pretty nice touch. Up next you have the body tab, which you can choose your face, lips, nose, eyes, beauty marks and freckles, makeup, and tattoos, which works pretty nicely with options for layering, opacity, color, size, and positioning similar to the body hair options. Following that we have the clothing options tab, where you have a few nice options. You can now customize shoes and accessories such as glasses and watches per outfit. Also, for everything other than everyday's clothes, you can now finally choose a separate top and bottom, which is a nice touch. The last tab is your personality tab, which has stuff such as your sign, as well as the new traits and lifetime wish features. With traits, you can pick a bunch of traits such as clumsy, good, flirty, etc., which can affect your Sim in game. For instance, if they're flirty, they go better when trying to seduce someone. You also have lifetime wishes, which are 6 things that your Sim wants to do by the time they die. You can choose one and the other 5 are chosen by random selection based on traits. If you succeed with those, you get a nice amount of lifetime reward points, which are effectively let you unlock cheat codes. Finally, guess through small things such as you can now be the fiancé or girlfriend of a Sim, or boyfriend, that too. You can have twins of Sims, and you can be a young adult. So next up you get into the actual town, which is one of the cooler parts of The Sims 3. The town is now an open environment. This has a few advantages. One is there's no loading times between areas of the town. You can send your Sim running, jogging, driving, or biking around town, and all without a loading time screen, which kind of, is okay. It makes the huge loading times okay. Also, all Sims in your game are now on the same time, so that means you can no longer do that thing where you'll be playing one household, switch to another household, and then the other household freezes. Additionally, all the NPCs will age with your Sims and do stuff by themselves, walk around the town, stuff like that, which adds a bit more life to the town. There are 2 small disadvantages to this, however. As aside from lagging your PC too much, a few of the places in the towns are are called rabbit holes, or a place where your Sim can enter, do stuff in, but you can actually see them doing that. You also have the disadvantage that the entire town can't be really changed by mods or expansion packs. So for instance, with the late night expansion, instead of adding a downtown, similar to the other Sims games, they just added a new town itself, although these are both very small downsides in the grand scheme of things. Also, the town's a lot livelier in The Sims 3, with various other Sims going on dates or walking around and stuff. Also, an interesting feature of The Sims is that your other families will continue to work through everyday life while you're playing. This makes it easier for Sims to meet up, as well as adding a sense of realism. There's something endearing about looking over the town and seeing why your Sims has a girlfriend or got a promotion while you weren't watching. It just makes them seem more like real people. However, if you're the type of person who doesn't want this, autonomy can be disabled or at least lowered, either for all Sims or just a selected Sim. Additionally, the game is a lot social. As I mentioned earlier, the game prompts you from the beginning to sign into the game's social networking site through your Origin account, where you can then, like every social network ever, add friends, create posts either in-game or through your web browser. In-game, however, you can also make posts of events that happen in the game, called memories. Speaking of which, there are not memories in the game, but don't get too excited. Memories can and do occur from anything and everything. Like the time they got their first kiss, or not their first kiss, or when they met someone, burnt food, got a job, etc. And you can go look at all of your memories you have in the scrapbook, which lets you delete or keep them, and take a look at them and the screenshot that goes with them, as well as share them later if you want to. Now let's talk about adding additional content to the game. Officially from EA Access, there are 10 expansions. World Adventures, which let you travel around the world completing quests which have been likened to RPGs. Ambitions, which gives a bunch of new professions which you can actually be interacting with, which is a lot nicer than the rabbit hole ones. Late Night, that gives you a quote-unquote downtown, but not really since it's a complete new town, as well as celebrities and vampires. I'm not kidding about that last part. There's also Generations, which gives some more age-specific traits and interactions. Pets, which gives you the ability to have animals run around your towns, as well as create a pet. Showtime, which is similar to Ambitions, but more focused towards musicians and actors and the likes. Supernatural, which lets you turn your Sims into vampires, zombies, werewolves, fairies, and witches, which I think is pretty cool, something weird like that. Seasons, which gives you seasons and 100% politically correct holidays to go with them. University Life, which lets you send young adults to higher than high education. And the newest yet-to-be-released expansion pack called Island Paradise, which is pretty much Island Paradise Manager 2014. Nerdcubed fans will get that joke. There's also stuff packs high-end loft stuff, fast lane stuff, outdoors life stuff, town life stuff, Master Suite stuff, Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, don't get that ever, Diesel stuff, 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, and the yet-to-be released movie stuff, which kinda annoys me because it's just movie parodies, not actual movie equipment. Finally, you can also get the town packs, which includes a new town and stuff to go with it, and they are Riverview, Barnacle Bay, Hidden Springs, Luna Lakes, Lucky Palms, and Sunlight Tides, Monte Vista, which is pretty much Assassin's Creed, so I won't forget it too much, Aurora Skies, and Dragon Valley. Also, similar to the last game, you can get a bunch of mods and content from sites such as Mod The Sims and The Sims Store and the Exchange. So, is The Sims 3 still worth buying, especially with Sims 4 coming out sometime next year? Yes. Yes, it is. While the new game will inevitably add a lot of new features, there's no clear indication where it's coming out. And The Sims 3 already has expansion packs and a lively modding community. Plus, I'll let you in on a secret. You can get The Sims 3 and University Life for $50 for the Steam store, which is less than the expansion on its own. So yeah, that's it for this video review of The Sims 3. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Goodbye.